Hello, YouTube. We have something of good news. At least I think it's good news. It's actually really interesting to watch this situation unfold. So, what I'm talking about is trigger tech. So, you might remember the last couple weeks, there's been a lot of discussion online about the trigger tech Glock triggers. Had Johnny Glock on this channel. We talked about it. Um, I posted a video from Joel and Nick Young's class where they had a gun, like a aftermarket Franken Glock in fairness, but like all set up. And then when they were slamming metal Mechgar Glock mags in there, the gun's just going off. And then you saw Johnny Glock's mallet test on the Trigger Tech triggers, and so on. We've been seeing this the last couple weeks and talking about it. And Trigger Tech has responded. They put up a video on YouTube and Instagram. At least I think it's up on YouTube. Maybe I should double check that. But anyway, they put up a video talking about it. Yeah, here we go. Trigger Tech. Boom. There we go. It's all here. Yeah, so
Hi,
they
I'm
put
Matt.
up all this stuff. I'll put up a video on Instagram and on YouTube directly addressing all of this stuff. Full disclosure, I've been emailing with them as well. I've been in contact with Johnny Glock a little bit in the last few days. Trigger Tech is sending me a prototype of their next version of the trigger. But anyway, what they've put out is kind of a master class in how to handle these situations. Like quite honestly, and the response online has been very, very positive. So what did Trigger Tech do? They put up a 3-minute video. I'll link it down below in the description. They're saying like, yep, these videos have emerged. They're not saying it's not real. They're not pulling a sig and saying like, no, that's it's not a thing. Like the holster's doing it. It's nothing like that. They say, well, we tested it extensively, but there's some configurations that are a problem, which appears to, that lines up with reality as I see it, where, I mean, some ways that you set up the trigger in some frames, like you can't really get it to fail, or I haven't seen people get it to fail, then other configurations have been a big, big problem. So they're not saying it's not a real thing. They're saying it is a real thing. All right. And then they talked about what they're doing to make it right. They're offering exchanges. Like you can, change that version of their trigger for a new one. They have a new version with a safety dingus and some other things, I think, being developed, already approved by USPSA. I think it'll be released at some point. They're offering, if you want, a refund for the whole deal. So as you can imagine, looking at that, it's pretty tough to like be mad at them. And in fact, you kind of look at it, well, yeah, I mean, what do you do? That's a great way to handle it. And this isn't just my reaction. This has been everyone's reaction. We'll pull up some comments here. Whoa. Oh, apologize for the noise there. We'll pull up some comments on Trigger Tech. I will read from their Instagram page. I think they got more feedback on Instagram than on YouTube. Top comment that is showing me, I'm standing by to exchange mine for the USPSA legal version. Okay, a company that takes ownership, respect. Look forward to picking up a USPSA version in the future. Maybe a certain billion-dollar company will try the same eventually. There's a lot of people you can imagine shitting all over SIG as they watch the dichotomy here between Trigger Tech and SIG. Way to go. Great way to represent and take care of the customer. Much respect. Unlike another firearm manufacturer that doesn't take accountability or find ways to take care of their customers. Way to go, Trigger Tech. Love seeing you address it head on, take accountability, and have a clear plan going forward. I don't even own one of your Glock triggers. I love your rifle triggers, but I'm buying one now. Yo, Sig Sauer Inc., this is literally all you had to do. Outstanding handling of this matter, have earned a lot of trust and loyalty. Much respect, guys. And it goes on and on and on, just like that. I mean, I think a lot of people are looking at this and just saying, yeah, this is how it should be handled. This is how companies should do things. Trigger Tech took a lot of shit, like a lot of shit. A lot of people making some pretty nasty comments, and in fairness, a lot of legitimate and well-founded criticism that wasn't, over the top or really nasty. People just looking at it being, well, that looks like a problem. That looks not great. I do remember quite a few comments, like on my channel and others, where people were upset. I mean, SIG fanboys were upset that we weren't really mad at Trigger Tech. And and this is the reason why. Like, why would I be mad at that? I mean, it's a kind of a freak situation where they release a trigger that's like a very on the edge type of product. Okay, people then do what they do and they put it in all different kind of configurations of Glock, both Glock model frames and aftermarket shit and all that type of stuff. Um, yeah, it's like, why would I be mad at them if they're being honest about what went down and what they're going to do moving forward? I mean, what pisses people off about SIG, like really pisses them off, is this like denial of reality. It's this like, it's very reasonable and rational to look at a few of those SIG videos. You see the guns going off in holsters or whatever, and then you're just like, I'm not really convinced that this is just something, or there's an obstruction in the holster. Like that doesn't seem very persuasive to me. And then SIG going hard and being assholes about it. That's what pisses people off. What really did it for SIG was the "It Ends Today" marketing campaign, like basically, attacking people that are talking about what appears to be a problem. I mean, again, a very reasonable and rational person would look at some of that stuff and say, I think there's an issue here. I don't really know what it is, but I think there's something going on. So I think it's a good news situation here. It's like you're watching a company do the right thing and earn support. And I think, a year or two from now, like Trigger Tech will look back on this and this will be a super big plus for them, a positive. Earn them a lot of goodwill in the community, even though, quite honestly, they had to eat some shit. And they're going to eat shit for a little bit, but, they'll come out okay, it looks like. This is what people want. Anyway, that's my thoughts on it. Like I said, I'll put a link to their Trigger Tech shit below. You can watch their video, kind of come to your own conclusions. And yeah, we'll see what you guys have to say about it.